Hey, 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 gorgeous people. It's Laura from Into the Moon House. And I'm a spiritual life coach, teacher, and healer. And today I'd love to talk a little bit more about sacred self living and recognizing the phase you're in right now. Let's get started. Okay, so there's a few phases that you can be in when you are connecting to that sacred self, to that core part of you. Now, let's start at the beginning. And this can feel like you're actually a little bit lost. And being lost is no big problem because that's where all adventure starts. Without you being lost, you wouldn't get started, right? So, so keep that in mind. Um, But this can be the questions like, what do I want in my life? Who am I as a person? Why am I even here on this planet? Who are all these people? My family, my friends, the neighborhood I'm growing up in, this city, what's going on? And there's all these rules and the society in general and expectations about my own life path and do I have to follow that? Do I have to follow the path that society wants me to follow with study and getting married and having the 2.1 children and staying in one career maybe and buying a house? Wow, so many questions, right? But you can totally be in in that stage, and you're like, okay, and you're just moving along with it. But maybe it's confusing, or maybe you're like, I'm not really sure if I want to do all of that. Do I have to? And then somewhere in your mind, we go into the second stage. It's like, you know what? I don't think this is all there is. I think there must be more. I think people are overlooking things. Why should I focus on A, B, or C, or that career, or having money, or being in a relationship, or having children, or not having children? Is that what I want? Is it what makes my heart sing? And I'm just not sure. I think they're telling me something that's not quite true. Second phase, you're waking up to something else. You think and suspect there's something out there. Now, this is where it gets interesting because this is where your search is going to start. This is the search that some people will take a full lifetime for, by the way, if we're talking into smaller goals. Um, and also getting to know yourself, it can be way way smaller than that. You can be made so much more quick with getting to know what makes you tick, with the full understanding that life always transforms as well. So your ideas may do be too over time. So, but this is the searching phase, and it can be confusing as well, because where do you start? What is truth? So this is an important question. Learning what is truth, what is general truth, what is personal truth, what is true for you. This is where all the questions start, and this is where you may find yourself looking to divination tools like astrology and tarot and scrying, which is basically looking for visions in the mirror and runes, because that's what divination does. Divination helps you with actually placing a mirror in front of you and tells you, look, this is what you're about. It's still something, so it's not coming from within you. You're using something externally to help you with that. But that can be great. You can read up on different types of societies. Maybe you get into philosophy, maybe you get to in certain literature, maybe you go straight into all the spiritual mastery. It's all good. You're just questioning, you're looking, you're finding what resonates with you and what not. And the key here, so I'll give you a little tip, is, and because I expect that a lot of you here are seekers, of course, because otherwise you wouldn't connect with me, because I can help you point, like, look there and there for the answers. But I will always say that you're the one holding the answers within you. And it's always walking the journey and then feeling in with yourself. Does this resonate with me? Yes or no. So that's the tip as well. How does this feel for you? If something is a no for you, take action on it. If it feels like this is a no, or I'm doing something, it's no, it's not a big deal. It's great because you just found out this is not me. So then what do you want? What does, call you? Big face. I can talk hours about this. This is the searching phase. There will be an end to your search. You're going to find what you're looking for. I've done a video on this before, by the way, like recognizing the end of a cycle. So whatever you were seeking, you now found answers, or you found enough answers to start moving forward. So now what? How do you bring this into the world? And this all comes down to your capacity to start holding the space for yourself. How much are you backing yourself up? How much are you taking actions to make sure that you're going into that direction? Are you saying no more than enough? Are you saying yes to the things that you do want to do? Are you taking charge and responsibility for yourself? And I want to highlight, because people think when I talk about sacred self living and sacred self coaching that it's just spiritual. Well, yes and no, but spiritual for me it's just a part of the world. It's not the full. It's not whole. It's not everything is spiritual. That is just yeah. How can I say? Yeah, it's actually just excluding as well. So let me explain that. So we have, yes, there's a spiritual world, and we have in that spiritual world, there's like so many different paradigms again, and like, we have the angels and we have the shamanic kind of healing, and they will all feel differently, because they will. But let's put it together. So spiritual world. But you have also the mental world. We have the emotional world. We have the physical world, and they all need to come together. So if it's about aligning your decisions on all of those levels. So very practical, which is, spirituality is, if you go through it, if you walk the path, it will become very practical. So that is how you create actually the life that you want to live. The more balance on all those levels, the more you can bring it into your day-to-day reality. That was it for today. I do want to hear where you're at. So let me know, what phase are you at? What you're struggling with? What are you thinking about? What would you like some tips on? Let me know. All right. This is Laura.